Instant Award flashing home. Wahine Tower in front. A 10 out of 10 ride, and the favourite wins the first. Wahine Tower. The Instructor in front of Scorsese. The Instructor is holding them safely at bay, and it's 2 out of 2. The Instructor goes on to beat the outside of Royal Merchant. Ruthless Dane is flying on the outside. Jacquinot. Jacquinot flew up on the fence and got the money. Jacquinot a nose on the line to...
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Feature Saturday Racing returns for the running of the Group 2 Australia Stakes at the Valley this weekend. Quite keen on a few on this card. There's a few horses that I think should prove very, very hard to beat. And we should come out of it with a profit for the day. So hopefully we can do that. So let's get into the preview and find the winners to make a big profit for the first Saturday Racing meeting of the year, with stakes race on the card being the Group 2 Australia Stakes.
Race number 1 at the Valley. It's a benchmark 100 over the 2,500 metres, and I'm with Princess Rhaenys here. Had to fight her way through the field last start to win at Flemington in what was a strong win, with Carleen Heflin in the saddle. She's on a board again here and has the 51 kilos with the claim, and I think it's a very, very good way up to the 2,500 metres. Obviously the query, but to offset that carried 59.5, now only carries 51. So lightweight. Jockey that rode it last start, I think he can go back-to-back here. Sword Drawn, he's a chance, but looking at his prior form over the extended distances, yeah, it doesn't read too well for him, but he can win. Sound, the old boy, he's getting to the end of his racing campaign and career, so just want to see how he goes here. And Extra Elusive, I thought, was the one in this small field, was the one that was over the odds for Mickey D and Simon Wild. But Princess Rhaenys on top. I'm quite confident he can take out the first for Carleen Hefel and Peter Moonee. And race number 2 at the Valley. It's a benchmark 70 handicap over the 2,040 metres, the traditional running of the 2,000 metre races at the Valley. And I'm with Black Queen here for Mickey D and Chris Waller. Was very good first up, running 4th at Sandown over the 1,600 metres. I thought it was over the odds at Dane. It ran a ripping race, sneaking through along the fence to grab 4th. And I think up to the 2,000 metres now, Mickey D sticks second up, good record. Having one placing from 3 starts, but probably, yeah, I'm not sure about it on top of the ground, but the distance will be alright and has had a run at the Valley, so it should all point to this horse going well. And the one thing that would probably put me off is the gate, but I think she's the one on the way up, and has a really good, she's the one on the way up, and has the Chris Waller polish, and does get the emails pre-race only to calm her down. So Black Queen on top from Fighting Arrow. The only danger, in my opinion, Marcolt tends to mix his form, so just want to see how he goes here. Can he back it up from his last start win? And Hard Squares has the lightweight for the Maur Eustace camp. So Robbie Griffiths camp, and I think could run well. But race 2, Black Queen for me, 25 to win. Race number 3 of the Valley is a benchmark 70 for the fillies and mares over the 1,600 metres. Dane on top here for Damien Oliver and the Feek team. Very confident on its chances, drawn the 5. With Lady Adelaide coming out, who ran today at Sandown. Very confident that this horse is going to be winning here. Will settle midfield, no further back than that. Has been deserving of another win this campaign, and I think it'll get it. Here, Electric Belle will be storming home from the back. Got to come up again to the benchmark 70, 1-64 last start, though Matty Cartwright takes a claim and will be charging home, like I said. Ballynora scratched from Sandown today and to run here, like Dane on tour, and I think he'll run well and has been consistent this campaign. Tubby two strikes over the odds at $12, but Dane on tour on top, 15 to win. Race 3 for Damien Oliver and the Feek team. Race number 4 at the Valley, it's a benchmark 78 over the 1,000 metres, sustained speed from the front with Bistro, and that's the horse I want to be on here. Drawn 4 for the Freedmans. Matty Cartwright takes a claim. Was very good last start in winning at Sandown, where it went to the front and wasn't going to be beaten from there. Matty Cartwright rode it on that occasion and had the big weight first up. Improvement to come from the horse, and I think is going to be too strong for these, and I'm surprised it's 460. I think it'll be the winner here. From Spacewalk, obviously probably one of the main elects, but 1 from 9 for mine. doesn't fill me with confidence. But J. Carr aboard for Cummings should be running well from barrier number 3. Command approved. Matty Smith brings it down. Blake's in the saddle. Winner of its past 2, drawn 1. So we'll get into a nice spot. And Fission loves the Valley. But 35 the win. Bistro race 4 at the Valley for me. Race number 5 at Moonee Valley. It's a benchmark 70 handicap over the 1,000 metres. Another one. Jean Valjean quite clearly on top here for Jamie Carr and the Clarkin team. They're elite when they combine. Should go forward this horse from barrier number 4 and is extremely hard to beat here. And I'm quite confident on his chances. From Mamaragan, any sniff of its best will just win. But 1 from 20, I have my queries. Tycoon Humma first up will be charging home at the end for Jamie Mott and Johnny McArdle. And Aminatu gets back to the Valley, which he'll enjoy. He has a light weight of 52 kilos, but hasn't been going well. But I still think so over the odds. But Jean Valjean on top, race 5 at the Valley. 25 the win for Jamie Carr and the Clarkin team. Race number 6 at the Valley into benchmark 70 for the fillies and mares over the 1,200 metres, and on with Quraysha. I was on last start, was beaten a pimple by Dazzling Lucy on the outside. Draw 9 here, hopefully can settle in a prominent position. Matthew Cartwright takes the claim, and I'm quite confident that this horse can win here. From Luna Cat for second thought. It was under the odds early, but I can see why it's open favourite, but still think it's under the odds at the 340 that will be charging home from the back like Quraysha, but I'm hoping that Quraysha will be outlasting Luna Cat. From Little Miss Kubi, carries the lightweight for Jamie Cat for Cliff Brown, and Wonderwoman. Alice Wong comes over from South Australia to take the ride, winner of its past 2, and it will go well here. But Quraysha on top in race 6, not a race I want to have money on, but on top for me. Race 7 at the Valley. It's a feature of the day. It's the Group 2 Australia Stakes over the 1,200 metres. And Jigsaw I've got on top here. He'll go to the front from barrier number 2. Winner of its past 3 for the campaign. Dan Moore on the saddle for all of them. And I'm quite confident he can back it up here and win again. So then from Snapper, who's proved he can win away from the Valley and coming back to this course will only prove beneficial, but goes up in weight from the standish when though Jai McNeil sticks in the saddle. From Ironclad, who probably goes forward from the barrier, but depending on which horse Jamie Carr rides, but will be much more effective at the sprint trip. Western Empire can run a race at $11. So I think this is the run that'll prove it. If it's back in form, why not? But Jigsaw on top for mine in the Australia Stakes, 40 the win and 10 the place on Western Empire. I wanted to show me something. And race number 8 at Moonee Valley. It's over the 1,200 metres at benchmark 70 level for handicap, and I am with Exeter here on top for Damien Oliver and Gavin Bedgegood on the backup from racing last weekend at the Valley. Over the 1,200 with Craig Newitt in the saddle carrying the 56 behind Dance to Dubai and running 5th, staying at the 1,200 metres, staying at 1,200, up in weight to 62. Damien Oliver aboard, a more aggressive rider. From barrier number 5, I'm expecting it to sit a little bit closer than it did last start, and I think we'll be finishing over the top of them. From Deep Spoon, who has a really good third up record and was very good last start in South Australia. Kentucky Casanova I thought was under the odds and would need a lift to be winning this, and Winsum over the odds for mine, second up at $19. But Exeter on top here, race 8 at the Valley, 30 the win. And race number 9, the get out of the day at the Valley, and I've got Woesford on top for Blake Shin and the Nick Ryan team. Quite clear the one they have to beat here over the 1,500 metres. Winner of its past 2 this campaign, rounding them up from the tail, and I think I'll do so again here. Drawn barrier 7, but gets back anyway, but hoping he can settle a little bit closer to the run, because it is Moonee Valley, but I still think his class will carry him over the line, because I think he'll be too good for these. Elva Dunn for second will be an improver. Netanyahu, $15. Again, why? He's been in the money, he's passed 6-7 starts and should be running really well here, and he will finish in the money again. A Monarch of Egypt might be ready to show something and back up his last start second. But Woesford on top, race 9 at the Valley, 50 the win, my best bet of the day in the last. Thank you very much for watching my preview for the Group 2 Australia Stakes meeting at the Valley. Hope I found a couple of winners here for you, and I hope you back a winner. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.